Hey guys, welcome to the channel Q&A. First of all, I want to say thank y'all so much for the support on season 1 of Ember Song. Seeing all your comments and all your interactions in the Discord and all your submissions on the casting call for season 2 has just been insane. Like, I couldn't even fathom that this would get this far and I'd get this much support. So thank you guys so much. Also, disclaimer, I am finally getting an additional microphone. For literally all of season 1, I have not been in my normal setup. My normal setup is at home, and I'm a full-time college student, which means I am miles away from home. So yeah, quality will be improving, not just only in sound quality, but also a lot of things in season 2, which I'm excited to share with you guys. But all the information will be at the end of the video. So first, let's get into some of the questions y'all had. For starters, first question is, can I voice act if I'm 12? This one is from YouTube. So I believe in a previous post I stated that personally, I do prefer my voice actors to be 16 and up, just due to some of the content I have planned for future projects, or also just due to some of the language in some projects, but also because all my projects are paid. I'm United States based, so I know in the US, a lot of states have it set up where it's easier to receive payment if you're at least 16 years old or have a bank account that's not monitored if you're at least 16 years old. It varies state by state. But I have made some exceptions for people who wanted to audition for roles, not saying that you can't audition if you're younger than 16 years old, but I feel like my personal limit is 13 just because of the PG-13 content that this channel does have. That being said, if you still are interested in voice acting when you're a little bit older, feel free to audition. But most of the time when I'm looking at voice acting, I'm not necessarily looking at age as a concrete requirement, more so as a guideline. So hopefully that provides a little more insight into that. This next question is going to be over on the Discord server, and if you haven't joined yet, you totally should. Very small, tight-knit community right now, but very fun. I really like it there. Okay, first question. So, there are many things going into the production of a series. For me, the writing is the easy part and the animation is like homework. So which step of the production is your favorite and which one gives you headaches? And a bit of a bonus one, how long did pre-production and actual production for season 1 take? Alright, let's break this down. So my personal favorite part of production has to be, I would say in between editing. Well, if we're talking about production, editing. Me personally, I've loved editing since I was way younger. I've been editing since I was like maybe 9 years old, just starting out with iMovie on my tablet for fun and then working my way up to what I use on my computer now. So that's personally my favorite part, just seeing everything come together and being able to use editing and add a bunch of different cool things outside of just what I've recorded. For me, the one that gave me the most headaches for season 1, I would probably say was recording. And that's only because I was solo recording and solo editing for season 1. Now I have a bigger budget to expand my team, so I don't have to do that anymore. But since I was using a newer version of Minecraft and I wasn't using any of the Blockbuster BBS mods, I was using some alternative stuff, which I'm going to talk about in a future video. Wait till the end of the video, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. But sometimes it just felt very tedious, because in addition to having to act out every single character, or set up every single NPC and pose NPCs, and then record the scene, and then go back and render the multiple different angles of the scene, it would take me literal hours to record. So that felt like the most headache part, because towards the end I did get a little burnt out, just in terms of having to sit at my desk for a very long time on top of school, and then realizing that even if I finished recording and rendering after like 10 hours, I still had to edit, which of course was not going to take nearly as much time, but it did get kind of exhausting having to do it all solo, which is why I did want to change things up a little bit for season 2. And if we're going to talk about pre-production, I really like writing. I do have a team of writers, just because sitting down to having to write everything by myself on top of recording and editing I knew was way too much. So I'm really thankful to the team of writers that have helped me so far, because they're able to literally take the idea that I have and make it come to life. So that's been amazing. For how long pre-production took, it varied. So essentially the way I set up everything for season 1 is I had my writing team, I had my art team, I had my voice actors. So I would meet with my writing team first, we'd flesh out some episodes, or an episode. And then while we were doing that, the voice actors were recording lines for the previous episode, and then the art team was working on any artwork that was needed for that current episode. So as far as how long pre-production took, I would say maybe for an episode, well, at least in season 1, anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks, just because I didn't want to do very quick deadlines, just because I was trying to figure out the flow of how everything could go and how much I personally could take on. I did pre-write episode 1 and half of episode 2 for season 1 before bringing the writers team in. But as far as how long everything took, I think if you go back to my channel, the first video I posted was in the summer, and then we just wrapped up season 1 here in November. So overall, that's about 3 to 5 months is somewhere the range of when things started behind the scenes to the conclusion of season 1. So that's about how long that took for production as a whole. Pre-production from week to week, I would say, was maybe 3.5 months, around that range. And then actual production is the timeline you see of when I posted plus a little bit more. So pre-production is actually probably closer to 4 months now that I think about it, but that's how long it took. Yeah. All right, next question. All right, I'm curious, what was your favorite scene of season 1 to do or just see? I don't think I can pick just one, to be honest with you guys, but if I had to pick my top ones, it would definitely be any of the scenes with the magic effects. I'm going to talk about the mods I use in a future video, but being able to create all these cool effects and then also these animations are always my favorite ones to record and just see come to life, because these scenes I'm not using any special effects for. This is purely Minecraft, like Minecraft in itself, and it's just so cool to like see come to life. So all the magic scenes you see in the series, in season 1, have just been my absolute favorite to make for sure. Next question is, for season 2, what type of person is Seth and what does he do, and am I ever going to use first person POV? So if you didn't audition for casting call for season 2, sorry, you probably hear someone's car revving outside my apartment. But if you didn't audition for season 2, Seth is a new character, and he's sort of described as a gentleman based on some of his lines. I personally don't provide very heavy character descriptions for the casting call, particularly because I want to keep everything kind of hush-hush, but also because I want to purely judge off of your emotional range in reading the lines, and less of does your voice quote-unquote fit the character, because I want to keep an open mind, especially when casting. But if this was a totally new series, then the description would have been way more fleshed out. That set aside, he's a gentleman. I can't tell y'all too much because I don't want to spoil season 2, but he is considered royalty, so there's that too. But he's a kind person, and I mean, you're just gonna have to see when season 2 comes out. I literally cannot tell you more without spoiling the series, because like I don't want to tell y'all, and then when he's introduced, then it's not gonna be like as much as a surprise, but that's okay. Okay, am I ever gonna do first person POV? So originally when I started out with recording and producing season 1, I was calling it a Minecraft roleplay. However, if we're gonna get super technical, roleplays are technically also done in first person. A newer term that's been coined by some of the Minecraft community, MCTV, refers to recording purely in third person. So season 1 was purely in third person. However, YouTube is a little bit more kind to using the Minecraft roleplay term just because it's been coined for so long. Now, I did switch to MCTV just because I feel like it's a little bit more accurate, and I personally don't feel like I will ever be recording in first person point of view, just because I feel like that would require body actors or a lot more intricate animations, and I honestly like the third person point of view feel a little bit more. So currently I do not have any plans on recording in first person, even though I was considering that. At the start of the series, it just ended up being easier for me production-wise to record in third-person point of view. Okay, and that is all the questions that I at least see on the server and on YouTube. But if you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, or additionally in the Discord. I will answer any additional ones that y'all post. And I hope this answered some of your questions about the series and just the channel overall. So what's coming up next is I have about 3 videos planned for you guys before season 2 drops. We are currently in pre-production and production at the same time by the time this video is out, or one of the two. Anyways, basically what I just want to let y'all know is that I will be posting videos. They won't be Ember Song videos for maybe hopefully no more than a month, depending on how everything goes behind the scenes. I am estimating for season 2 to drop sometime late December, early January right now. Like I said, I do have some videos planned for you guys before that happens. If you all wanted to know more about behind the scenes of season 1, that is what I'll be posting. I'll be literally walking y'all through every single thing I did to make season 1. If you're ever interested in making your own Minecraft MCTV or Minecraft roleplay type video, or if you're just curious about the production a little bit more, oh, excuse me, caught my breath there for a second. But if you do want to know about that, that will be the next couple of videos. So even though we're technically on quote unquote hiatus right now, there is a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. And I also just want to say I'm really excited for you guys to see season 2, because not only is it going to be a little bit longer than season 1 was. Season 1 was 8 episodes. Season 2 will be a bit longer. Not only is there that, I'm just excited for y'all to see all the work we've been doing, all the new talented voice actors that have come onto the team, and the production quality has very much increased. Y'all are going to be so shocked. But like I said, season 1 will drop. I keep saying season 1, I'm sorry. I'm still looking at like the screen of questions as I'm saying this. Season 2 is going to drop sometime late December, early January, as long as everything stays on schedule. If I can, I will get like a trailer out for you guys too, or I'll just drop it as a premiere one day, and that'll be that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support so far. Again, if you have any further questions, feel free to drop them down below or in the Discord server, which you should totally join, by the way. That's in the description too. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.